You can also use your bench to do step-ups. And instead of having my back foot on the bench and doing a one-legged squat, which I did earlier, with a step-up, you're doing exactly what it sounds like. I'm going to start with one foot on top of the bench, and again, hold on the dumbbells, or even better yet, a barbell if I want some added resistance, and then I just stand straight up with it, okay? Like with your lunges, what I recommend for you is to do all your reps on one leg before switching to the other one, okay? So many people get into this whole kind of marching, it's one foot up, and then they go back down, and then they go back up, and they're switching legs back and forth, and it becomes more of a cardiovascular workout than it does an actual strengthening workout for one of your legs, okay? If you really want to get stronger, if that's the intent of the lift, hold on to some heavier dumbbells, hold on to a bar on your back, and do something like 5 or 6 or 8 reps on one leg. Take a breather and then come back and do the other leg instead of marching back and forth and doing each leg alternating with one another, okay? There's some other tips for you to make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck and stuff, and one of them is that keep your body close to the bench when you're doing your step-ups. If I'm standing way back here, my foot's up here, I'm naturally going to have a shift in my momentum from here all the way up to here, which starts to minimize how much this front leg has to work, okay? By bringing my back foot up forward here, I don't have a transfer of momentum from back to forward. I have to make my leg do the majority of the work as I step up and I do the lift, either with dumbbells or holding onto a bar and doing a barbell step up, okay? This lift will make you very, very sore. In fact, all of the unilateral lifts that we looked at, the step up, lunges, one-legged squats, for beginners, you got to be real careful with because you're lifting your whole body with one leg. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you're lifting essentially 400 pounds with one leg if you want to think of it that way. In a regular squat, a beginner doing a squat exercise like this can get very sore. Now imagine doing that whole lift except going with one leg and doing the exercise with one leg. It makes it much, much more challenging. So you got to be very careful about how much you prescribe unilateral lifts for the lower body for beginners because they can be very, very challenging exercises for people. But they're great exercises to work on developing some fundamental movements that can transfer over really, really well to some heavier back squats and front squats and deadlifts and things like that because you teach proper mechanics when you're doing these types of exercises. And the fact that you can use dumbbells makes them a lot less threatening for many people than using a bar. But again, my focus would be to go towards a bar at some point because you minimize momentum and you minimize limitations of how much weight you can use when you do the exercise.